Hello, my name is Kathy, and today I'll be discussing how to use homeopathic remedies on ailments, continuing with small intestine, large intestine, liver, gallbladder, and pancreas ailments, beginning with the letter C. But before I do, I wanted to let you know that because I have a great many videos now on many different topics, that I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Please refer to my How to Use Homeopathic Remedies video before using the material in this video. I'll be discussing how to use homeopathic remedies on specific ailments, but I've broken these ailments into categories for easier reference. I'll begin with ailments of the mind and emotions, then I'll move on to ailments of the brain and nervous system. Then I'll address issues with your skin, nails, hair, eyes, ears, nose, teeth, gums, lungs, respiration, heart, blood, circulation, muscles, bones, joints, esophagus, stomach, duodenum, small, large intestines, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, kidney, bladder, then ailments specific to women and then specific to men, then issues of the hormones and the metabolism, and then homeopathic remedies on infections, infestations in the immune system, then issues surrounding fertility and pregnancy and surrounding childbirth and postnatal problems, then homeopathic remedies that address special problems in infants, ailments and diseases in childhood, and special issues of adolescence, and finally special issues of the elderly. Constitutional treatment involves treating the totality of the individual person. Everyone is a unique individual with a unique physiology that responds to substances differently. In homeopathy, it's recognized that people react strongly to certain remedies, and as a result of this, they can be loosely placed into different categories called constitutional types. Homeopaths talk of, for example, phosphoric types. These are people who react strongly to phosphorus, or Arsenicum album types, those who react strongly to Arsenicum album. The belief is that people of one type share similarities in terms of body shape, character, and personality, and the sorts of diseases from which they suffer. As an example, nature-mere people tend to be pear-shaped, have a dark complexion, and be fastidious and rigid in personality, and keep themselves to themselves. They also crave salt and suffer from constipation. As another example, lycopodium types tend to be tall, ganglion, of stooped appearance, with an anxious expression and a craving for sweets and a propensity to produce intestinal gas. Now, of course, constitutional types have their limitations. In reality, each person is an individual, and so there are as many constitutional types as there are human beings. An account must be taken of the sum total of the person's inherent predispositions, past illnesses, diet, general reactions to the environment, intellectual and emotional features, and general attitude towards life. This is what is meant by constitutional treatment. I'll be making detailed videos of the various constitutional types after I've completed the use of homeopathic remedies on ailments. The ideas, procedures, and suggestions in this video and all my homeopathic videos are not intended as a substitute for the medical advice of a trained health professional. Consult your physician before adopting the suggestions in this video. If you're pregnant, do not attempt these techniques without the approval of your physician. So, let us continue with learning how homeopathic treatments can help with small, large intestine, liver, gallbladder, and pancreas ailments that begin with the letter C. From the stomach, food enters the duodenum and small intestine. The food is then squeezed into the cesium through a small valve, then passes into the ascending, transverse, and descending parts of the colon, or large intestine, and finally to the rectum and anus. The total distance between the stomach and anus is about 26 feet. The whole journey takes 18 to 30 hours from the time the food leaves the stomach. The liver and pancreas empty their digestive secretions into the duodenum through a common duct, the bile duct. Bile produced by the liver emulsifies fats, and enzymes produced by the pancreas get to work on protein, starch, fats, and sugars. The liver does many things besides aiding digestion. It stores glycogen, a compact form of glucose, and also vitamins A, B, D, E, and K. It removes toxins, for example, from alcohol for circulation. It manufactures blood proteins and blood clotting agents. It synthesizes cholesterol, a vital component of all cell membranes and the precursor of many hormones. It converts saturated fats to unsaturated fats when the body is obliged to use fat rather than glucose for energy. It breaks down and recycles the iron-rich oxygen-carrying pigment hemoglobin. It dismantles excessive amino acids and excretes their nitrogen-containing components into the blood as urea. Urea is one of the constituents of urine. It also produces a great amount of heat because of all the chemical reactions going on inside it. The pancreas is a gland about 6 inches long, lying beneath and behind the stomach. It produces large amounts of sodium bicarbonate as well as digestive enzymes. Sodium bicarbonate is alkaline and therefore neutralizes the hydrochloric acid produced by the stomach. It also produces 2 important hormones, insulin and glucagon, which control sugar uptake by every cell in the body. The gallbladder has no secretory function. It merely stores and concentrates bile sent to it by the liver and empties it into the duodenum in response to a hormone that is secreted whenever fatty food leaves the stomach. The small intestine has 2 functions: to complete the food breakdown process and to absorb nutrients into the bloodstream. Although it is only 21 feet long, it has a total absorptive area of about 200 square feet. This is because its inner walls are lined with millions of finger-like projections called villi, each containing blood capillaries and tiny tributaries of the lymphatic system called lacteals. Amino acids, glucose, small fat droplets, vitamins, and minerals pass into the capillaries and larger fat droplets into the lacteals. Whatever remains unabsorbed by the small intestine, about 5% of fats, 10% of amino acids, fibers, some vitamins, bacteria, intestinal secretions, salt, water, all pass into the colon, where it is gradually compacted into semi-solid feces. The bacterial population of the colon manufacture vitamin B, K, B1, and B5, and certain amino acids. These are absorbed by the walls of the colon, together with salts, water, and other valuable substances. Transit time through the colon depends mainly on the amount of roughage in the diet. Too little roughage causes constipation and related ailments such as hemorrhoids and diverticulitis. Cholecystitis. Cholecystitis is an acute condition in which the gallbladder becomes inflamed and swollen because the flow of bile into the duodenum is blocked by gallstones. The result is biliary colic, which is intense pain in the upper right abdomen or between the shoulders, with indigestion, especially after fatty foods, and nausea, with or without vomiting. If left untreated, this condition can lead to jaundice and occasionally, if the gallbladder bursts, to peritonitis. If the site of the pain is as described above and pain persists for more than 3 hours, then see a doctor within 2 hours. Painkillers and antibiotics will probably be prescribed and then surgery recommended to remove the gallbladder. Occasionally, infection elsewhere in the intestines can spread to the gallbladder. The treatment is by antibiotics and painkillers. Specific remedies to be given every half hour for up to 6 doses while waiting for medical treatments. For an obstructed bile duct with radiating tearing pains made worse by jarring, with pale stools and signs of jaundice, use Berberis 30C. If the pains extend from under the right ribs to the right shoulder blade, especially after eating fatty foods, use Chelidonium. That's Chelidonium, Chelidonium 30C. If there is great flatulence that is not relieved by belching, and the person feels chilly, especially in drafts, and prefers to move around rather than sit still, and bending double reduces the discomfort, use China 30C. For cutting pains that are relieved by bending double, and the intestines feel as if they are being pinched between two stones with diarrhea, use Colocynth 30C. For griping, drawing, bursting, or cutting pains made worse by pressure on the abdomen that is relieved by bending backwards, use Dioscorea 30C. For pain that is markedly better if a hot water bottle is held to the abdomen, use Magnesia Phos 30C. Cirrhosis of the liver. Cirrhosis of the liver is the damage to the intricate architecture of the liver caused by alcohol, malnutrition, hepatitis, heart failure, and certain drugs and toxins. Magnesium deficiency may also be a factor. The damaged tissue is replaced by hard lumps of scar tissue, yellowish in appearance, which cut off hard-working liver cells from the vessels and ducts that enable them to function. As the liver function deteriorates, there is weight loss, loss of appetite, nausea and vomiting, indigestion, general weakness, and tendency to bleed and bruise easily. In the later stages, jaundice develops and periods cease, followed by fluid retention and liver failure. Sufferers are always advised to stop drinking alcohol and to cut down intake of salt and fat. Diuretics, steroids, cytotoxic drugs, and vitamin and mineral supplements may also be prescribed. A number of homeopathic remedies are given. Specific remedies to be taken 4 times daily for up to 7 days while seeking homeopathic treatments. For jaundice, with an empty or gnawing sensation in the pit of the stomach, and a craving for ice-cold water which makes the sensations worse, and is vomited up as soon as it becomes warm in the stomach, with a tendency to bleed easily, use Phosphorus 30C. If the liver is swollen with pain under the right ribs and pain aggravated by the slightest touch, and the person is chilly and sensitive to drafts, with the stomach full of wind but not relieved by belching, use China 30C. For fluid retention, especially around the ankles and abdomen, and the person feels worn out, chilly, restless, and markedly worse between midnight and 2 a.m., use Arsenicum 30C. Self-help. Cut out alcohol and cut down on salt and fat. Stop taking any non-prescription drugs. Extra vitamin A, zinc, magnesium, nickel, and selenium are recommended. I have a great many videos now on many different topics, and so I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.